Tassler with you. Welcome to this edition of Outside the Oval. Yes, we have racing action from Sunday night at Husets Speedway. Wow, big week of racing. We'll cover what's coming up, but first let's look back to last night. Big money on the line, $5,000 to win the Outlaw Sprints, and a huge capacity crowd on hand last night. It was Sturdivant's special VIP race night where they invited out all their customers and so on. We had a packed grandstand, and those fans were satisfied with some great racing. Justin Henderson made his way to victory lane for the first time since the 2012 season. He led all 25 laps, and he picked up $5,000 payday for his efforts with that 21V car. Henderson was challenged early on by Mark Tassler with the number 13 car. Tassler, a lot of drama with him. Last week, he lost an engine, went up into a ball of fire. Last night, he made the move, or Sunday night, he made the move on Justin Henderson. Huge slide job in turns 3 and 4, and it resulted in a wheelie for the number 13 car as he come down the front straightaway and ended up turning into Henderson. They made some big contact. Then Tassler went into the wall on the inside of the front straightaway. His car went pit side with damage, so he falls out for the second straight week. Henderson would go on for the win, but he would hold off a driver who we featured on Outside the Oval earlier this year, the man to beat. That was Ian Madsen, the Australian driver. He held off Ian at the line for the win. Dusty Zomer, Roger Crockett with that number 82 car out of Oregon, Terry McCarl, the rest of your top 5 in the Outlaw Sprints. Again, the extra payout for Henderson was made courtesy of some event sponsors, Vanderbrink Design and Bolte's Roll-Off Service. It was G.I. Joe Riedel, and I say that G.I. Joe part, he's a military man with 2 tours in the Middle East over his career. He's back here home driving his race car, led the distance in the Coffee Cup Fuel Stop Championship Sprint Cars. Joe Riedel with a 15X car. Victory lane, he got out, and the classic move, he climbed up the wall in front of the crowd, and everybody went wild. And what a great win for him. His first win at Husets since the 2010 season. Let's go to the street stock division. Gary Brown Jr., hey, he makes it 2 in a row with a 22 car, and he started 7th on the grid and held off 8th position starter Darren Cordles at the line. Couple of veteran drivers, successful drivers, battling there to the end. Brandon Bicey, as we go to the micro sprints, he takes the win, and his first win of the season. He led flag to flag, the Randall, Minnesota-based driver, his 5th win of his career at Husets Speedway. Coulter Dice continues to impress in 2014 as he took his 4th win of the year in the B mods, and he started 7th. He took over the lead on lap 4 and drove all the way to victory to the final lap, lap number 12. And finally, in the hobby stock action, number 6, Dustin Gobronson, charged from the 6th starting spot in the lineup. He jumped out to the lead in just 3 laps and now has 3 wins on the season. It's a busy week for racing at Husets Speedway. Quickly, before we wrap up, we'll have some more updates, some detailed updates on some upcoming Outside the Ovals. On Wednesday night, the World of Outlaws STP Sprint Car Series is at Husets Speedway, and joining them will be the Street Stocks and the Micro Sprints. That's on Wednesday. This week, World of Outlaws making their stop. Gates open at 5. Racing, time trials get underway at 7:30. And then racing set for 8 p.m. And then Thursday night, July 3rd, special with fireworks. Outlaw Sprints will be on hand. Micro Sprints, Street Stocks, the B mods, and the Hobby Stocks. And that racing gets underway at 7 p.m. again. That'll be followed by a huge fireworks show. Start the 4th on the 3rd at Husets. That's a look at the big racing on this edition of Outside the Oval. We'll have more coming up here all this week. Join me then. Mark Tassler. Thank you.